Welcome to Fresh Off the Plate, the series about what's freshly come off the build plate from the 3D printers. Today we have some parts that I've printed out for a little holder device that you use when you're painting miniatures. So there's a handle that you hold onto. I've printed a whole bunch of these previously. I was using them as a test while I was trying to work on a overhang issue with one of my printers. As you can see, it's a little oddly textured down the bottom here. That's what I was trying to fix. So I printed a whole heap of these handles, and now I've just printed out the parts that goes on like so. This is what they look like when they're finished, and the miniature just goes in the top jaws there. In a second I'll just show how the actual device is put together. So yeah, the two parts are those little table parts, which are the greeny bluey colored parts, and then those purple little tabs, and they hold an elastic band which gives you the tension and makes the jaws work. To achieve this, we need to make a little tool out of a paper clip. So that's to pull the elastic band through. So the first thing is build that with your paper clip, and then get yourself a bunch of elastic bands. And when you're ready, get one of your elastic bands. I like to double them over to give them a bit more tension. You just pull them through the little opening on the tab here. So it's sort of a C shape or a U shape. That has a little gap to pull the band through, like so. Then once you're happy that feels like some good tension, you get your one table piece, and then in a second you grab, you try to feed that through, so it doesn't really work. So you need to grab your special tool that you made earlier and hook the elastic bands onto the special tool. And of course, when you're trying to show someone how to do that, it refuses to cooperate. So use it to pull it through as tight as you can. Sometimes they don't seem to have worked this time, but they end up pretty flush. These stuck out a little bit, but I printed the little clips and the table pieces on two different 3D printers, so maybe there was a difference in tolerances, and that's why it's hanging out a little bit. I'm not sure. Anyway, once you've got that organized, feed your little tool through the handy hole on the handle and line that up, and get some tension going. Make sure it's, that's the only problem with that little tool. Sometimes it hooks on annoyingly, so you have to get a little bit creative to pull it through. Anyway, that's what it's supposed to do. When you're happy with that, you just feed the other little piece on, get that to sit there nicely. And then I just like to hold onto the band a little bit there to give myself some room to work with. Loop it onto your thumb, pull the little tool out, and get your clip for the other side. You just feed that through there. And then, just jiggle it all around until you're happy. Then you'll see how it works in a second. Yeah, so there I was just trying to get them a bit more flush. But yeah, you can see that just pulls the sides in, and they then grip the base of the miniature. Now, stupidly, for some reason, I didn't have a miniature handy, so I thought, hey, this glue stick would make a great stand-in for a miniature, forgetting that a glue stick weighs significantly more than a small miniature, and completely failed. So then I had the amazing idea of, hey, maybe I'll throw away the rest of the glue stick, just use the lid. There's my simulated miniature that I'm clamping in. And now I've realized that I don't have a paintbrush, so my little handy dandy tool is now my improvised paintbrush. Yay, that's how it works. You'll see these things in the upcoming background footage for the various chapters coming up. I'm going to do some painting, and they'll be holding the miniatures as I paint them. The link is below to get this model if you want it. Thanks.